I'm so sad with what is going on in this country. Hey, T.Y. Williams, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Randy. You know, T.Y., I've been better. I've been better. Um, I've I've talked to some family. I spoke with my friends about the weather, some political, conversations as well. And I'm just like, I I'm aggravated. Like I'm legit aggravated. Randy, do I look tired? Honestly, I'm not tired. I'm gonna say this. I guess you're right, Randy. I guess you're right. I'm tired. I'm tired of U.S. citizens. I'm tired of the people that is within this country not allowing not allowing the government to do what they have been told to do. So I am tired. I love you. Cosine, is it? I love you. Thank you so much. I really am frustrated. I am. I'm not gonna sit up here and hold you guys. I'm not gonna sit up here and BS. This is not me joking. This ain't about no damn Diddy oil. You can come in and talk about me and all this. Oh, Trump is a racist. He's a pedophile. Save that bullshit. I am being so serious. People need to let people do their job. You mean to tell me, same situation with Renee Good. You mean to tell me I'm going to a protest and I'm trying to portray peaceful protest with the firearm. And then I'm going to approach those officers, those agents, and I don't expect retaliation.
Are you thinking who what?
What is Happy Terrence? I miss him. T.Y. Williams, I promise you, I'm gonna tell you this. I promise you, T.Y. Williams, I'm trying my best to be happy. I'm trying my best to be proactive. I'm trying my best to be positive, but I am devastated. I'm concerned. I'm devastated. What is happening in this country? And I'm not just speaking on Minneapolis, but what is happening with this country? Why can't we come to some type of median? Okay, why can't we come to some type of median and allow everybody to do their jobs? Why would I want to? God, Lee, this is so aggravating to me. As a Trump supporter, it's so horrible because this is, I think, personally, media wants this to continue. They want to impeach the president of the United States. They want ICE to be all out of sorts. And I'm disappointed even in ICE. Yes, I'm saying that because I feel like they're being pushed. They're being pushed by those citizens, by those people, by those innocent, what you would call innocent bystanders, innocent bystanders, or peaceful protesters? How are you peaceful when you are antagonizing and you're stepping into agents' faces, and not to mention bringing firearms to a protest? I carry. I wouldn't dare bring a firearm to a protest. Why would I need to bring a firearm to a protest? What am I trying? What am I trying to protect here? What am I protesting? Okay, you guys have guns. You guys are carrying, and I understand the legality of it and stuff. Yes, you have the right to bear arms. Yes, you have the right to carry. Yes, you have the right to have a weapon on you. But why would I be approaching your office? Why would I sit up here and put myself in that position? We know this is not going to end well. Everybody's all out of sorts. It's so the emotions are tensions. Emotions are going through the whole, like, they're all over the place and stuff. And I don't even know. Like, I am looking at these videos, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest. As a Republican, as a black Republican who supports ICE and who supports President Trump, I'm being so serious. I can't even tell. I can't even tell you. I looked at every single angle. I can't tell you every single thing, but I can tell you this. At the end of the day, I wouldn't put myself in that position. Come on, somebody. Can we not agree with that? Are we gonna pretend that we don't understand the situation that's going on right now? Okay, I'm gonna get to that. You're a bozo. Thank you so much. You're what's happening to this country. I am not what's happening to this country. What I am is somebody who's going to be fucking compliant and allow these people to do their job. I'm not just, oh, let me just bring my phone. Let me just record. Let me get in their face. Let me antagonize. Let me pressure them. I'm not that person. I don't understand. You guys, I protested Mike Brown. I protested a couple situations in Mississippi. Yes, in this sense, it was police brutality. It was police officers, obviously shooting black individuals, causing pain, anguish and pain to black and brown individuals. And I protested that. A lot of people did. And we peacefully protested. Nobody died. Were there hecklers and people saying F and all? Yeah, that's a given. Freedom of speech. But why would I get in your face? Why would I put my hands on you? Okay, let that be. Why would I bring a firearm? And why would I expose this firearm and I'm approaching you? So, okay, yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, it can be 52 damn officers, ICE agents. Now they tackle me. Now they're beating me up. Everybody don't know what's going on or whatever stuff. Does he have a second? Did Alex, again, may he rest in peace, just like Renee, but did he have a second gun? What's the situation? You got all these whistles, people yelling and arguing. You guys, this is catastrophic. This is worse than a fucking blizzard. It's worse than any type of hurricane, tornado that I've ever been a part of. This is horrible. These things should not happen. If you want a peaceful if you want peaceful protesting, if you want to prove ICE and prove Trump wrong, well then why can't you just use your voice? Why do you even have to come to a protest with a firearm? Why do you have to impede agents? Why do you have to do that? And now you guys are like, well, they took the firearm and stuff. Well, did he have another one? There's so much going on. I don't know. We know all these people. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not gonna sit up here like I said. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of these officers are unhinged. I don't think all of them are properly trained. So that's even more so reason why you ain't gonna see my black ass in that situation. I love Trump. I do love Trump. I love Trump, and I'm fearful for Trump. And I'm fearful for. I'm going to be honest. I am fearful for these ICE agents. These people. A lot of these people are trying to just. They're promoting peace. They're trying their best in a situation that's almost impossible. You understand? Sometimes you're like, man, I can't win from losing my back up against the wall, and now you just all you can do is just start swinging. I don't know the solution here. Okay, other than can we really think about protesting peacefully? We've seen the positive things that could happen from a peaceful protest. I've been a part of them, guys. There was no tear gas. There was nobody fighting each other and stuff. Like I said, maybe heckling, maybe a couple profanities and stuff. Shit, hell, we curse any damn way. What can we do as a nation? And don't tell me, oh, get rid of ICE, get rid of this. If you wouldn't need ICE, you wouldn't need, okay, the federal agents and all that, if, say, these police departments would do their job. You wouldn't need them. Why do we have so many illegal immigrants still in this nation, in this country? Why? People aren't doing their jobs. And now you have people who are, they find it in they think that they have the right to, let me go protest with the firearm and let me prove myself. Because, okay, these officers got me bent, they got me messed up. Y'all, this is crazy. Ain't none of this shit got to do nothing with race. If you ask me, I feel like, hell, a lot of these people, they're white, they're unhinged, they're angry, they're upset. There's so many emotions going on. You guys, this is sickening to me. It's sickening. And I am not what's happening to this country. I am not. I want to be a part of making this country great again. How can we make this country great again when you don't allow officials to do their job? When they're saying, get back, people still coming up. They're having to go past the parameters and start throwing damn tear gas. I've told you when those ICE agents were leaving that town, that city, Minneapolis, there were people kicking the car, kicking the car, throwing things at the car. You have the driver, which was the ICE agent. He's focusing on not harming anybody, right? Because the narratives are going to be switched. Oh, he ran somebody over. Then you got the guy in the passenger side. He has his gun already cocked and ready to go. And I don't blame that. Because you got people who are they're so angry, they're so upset. You guys, I'm being so serious when I say this. I would love to come to some type of safe place, some type of just something to make sense. This doesn't make sense, you guys. You got to think about it. They're not just walking into this city and just shooting people. What happened beforehand? And then when you have these news conferences, these press conferences, everybody's like, they're lying. Well, you guys, I can't see everything from the video, and neither can you. So yeah, we can say, okay, they took the gun. Well, okay, does he have another weapon? What's going on? Because there's so many people crowding him. What's going on? But what happened? But why would there even be a weapon? I'm going to get to the comments, I promise. But I think that we are missing the point here. I want a peaceful protest. I don't want no smoke, but I'm bringing a firearm. And then I'm going to expose this, and I'm going to show these agents and try to put the fear of God in them. But I'm not the illegal citizen. Let me just say, I'm not the illegal immigrant. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. Obviously, they do the thing where now this person is deceased and they want to paint this beautiful picture about this person. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, why would you do that? Why would you put others in harm as well? There's other people that are actually peaceful protesting. Yes, they have these fucking loud ass whistles, but I don't see the harm in a whistle. I don't understand that. Now, if they just start shooting people who blowing a damn whistle, that's murder. That's unlawful. That's when I'm like, okay, President Trump, check your shit. The situation, what happened again with Renee and with this Alex individual, in my opinion, was fucking necessary. Because I wouldn't put myself in that situation, in that dilemma. I don't understand this. Be it white, black, whatever. I don't care. Now, let me read the comments. You're a bozo. If you're going to sit up here and come in here and call me a bozo, we're not going to get anything done with this. I'm telling you guys, okay, I'm being very serious. Even T.Y. Williams is like, I'm sorry, like, wants me to laugh. I'm not in the laughing mood. This isn't, oh, let me get the Diddy oil. Call me names. You're going to call, you just going to talk to yourself. Because nothing's going to get resolved if you do that. Good evening, Linda. How you doing? Pushed. Homie was murdered. You dunce. The agent took the gun. Try again. They murdered him. You bozo. You are such a bootler. You say you love the Second Amendment until they tell you to lick their boots. Why would? Okay, first of all, now see, I told myself I'm gonna refrain from some of this. But okay, I don't mind licking some boots and some shoes and shit. I'm a kinky son of it. I'm a kinky son of a gun. So to be real talk, what is the situation with y'all saying this? Do y'all hear how stupid y'all sound? Do you hear how ridiculous that is? That's so stupid. He is speaking common sense. Randy, thank you. Tuning the atom. He had a camera, no gun. Tell the truth. Listen to me. That man had a gun. Okay, he clearly had a gun. You have officials, you have ex-military, you have ex-officers already putting their spill on the videos and stuff. He did have a gun. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna sit up here and bullshit you. I can't see everything. I've watched 12 videos. My right hand to God, I've watched 12 videos. And I'm telling you right now, I don't see everything. But what I can see is where the guy was like, okay, yes, they did take that gun, but okay, did he have another firearm? You got somebody, you talk about, okay, oh, resisting. Okay, why is the guy, you say, oh, well, he's still moving. I would just have laid there. I'm not gonna give them any type of, inclination that I have another firearm or that I'm not going to actually, I'm actually not resisting. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do people not understand that? Like, I've gotten out of my car before in Oklahoma City. Cops approached me. It can be mistaken identity. It could have been, racial profiling. But I'm gonna let the judge, the jury deal with that and stuff. I'm going to live. So, okay, you wanna search me or whatever the case may be. Go right ahead. And I know somebody gonna say, man, you a wuss, you a pushover. I am smart. I am a survivor. I'm not gonna sit up here and deal with this nonsense. And I'm a believer of God. And I know God is gonna protect me. I'm not going around trying to sit up here and cause somebody no harm, hurt, danger, or whatever. And I'm damn sure not gonna go to a damn protest peacefully claiming with a firearm. The spin you're putting on it is pathetic. That's your opinion. And I'll be pathetic. But why? Why are we sitting up here impeding and getting in the way? Why are we doing this? Because we're angry because somebody is coming into somebody that are actual citizens of this, I consider a beautiful country. They're coming to the states, to the cities within these states, and they're doing what they are asked to do. Over 200,000 have been illegal immigrants have been deported, as they should be. People getting upset because, oh, they're using a child as bait. They're doing this. They're doing everything necessarily to get these people who are illegal out of here, and who didn't obtain, legal citizenship. At the end of the day, you're illegal. I'm not going to other countries and being somebody, trying to be somebody that I'm not. That's not okay. This is within our Constitution. This is fair. That's how I look at it. 1,000,000% correct, dude. Thank you so much, Randy. No, Cole Jones, I'm not playing with your ass tonight. You're not American, buddy. Okay, whatever you say. I've had tons of family members fight for this beautiful country. Okay, I know what I do far as my career. I know I care about people. I don't want this to, I don't want this to happen to that dude. I didn't want that to happen to Renee. I don't want this to happen. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these things. There's so many stuff going on live right now. Yes, it's from earlier today, yesterday, but they're showing these things live. They're on a loop. And when I tell you it is chaos, and that is, and in my opinion, that's what some of the media wants. Complete chaos. They want the chaos because they want President Trump out the White House. They want y'all to take the bait. Genuinely open your eyes and really ask yourself, do you think people are just going around, people being ICE agents that has been around since 2003, 2004, you think they're just going around and just shooting people? Let me just murder somebody today. I can tell you right now, me being from Mississippi, the cops did a good job with that. These people are federal agents. And I'm going to be honest, they're not even trained. They're not even trained in these instances. What it is, it's like, okay, hey, I guess you can just pretty much say, okay, well, these are bounty hunters or whatever the case may be. These people who they are trying to find have warrants out for their arrest. They are illegal. They are illegal. So why is it that you gotta ask yourself, well, why is it that the fact that the legal citizens of this state, of this country, why are they being shot? Why are they being shot? Because what they're doing is they're impeding, they're getting in the way, and they are causing harm. This guy coming, in my mind, in my head, I'm like, what is he doing? Why would I even do that? Now people talk about the ICE agents, but you're not talking about the guy who, okay, I brought the gun here. Okay, so he's not putting innocent bystanders or peaceful protesters in harm's way. Stapo don't care about me or you or anyone. So don't exercise your Second Amendment rights. Listen. I have a firearm. Hunting with my dad and my granddad. If I feel a need to protect myself in it's self-defense, it has to be that I'm going to protect myself. Why do I feel the need to bring that to a peaceful protest? And you guys are telling me, oh, ignore the Second Amendment because you have the right to bear arms. You have the right to do this. But why bring it to a protest, y'all? A peaceful protest. It was nothing peaceful about that. This man had, in my opinion, and you can call me an asshole. You can say that I'm assuming this man had every damn intent to go in my opinion, again, my opinion, you don't have to watch, you don't have to listen, to cause some type of harm. Because why would I do that? I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. So I'm poking the bear. And I'm poking the bear. Now, if that sounds stupid, call me stupid all day long. But I'm poking the bear. You'll change your mind when they come for you. Everybody keeps saying that. Everybody keeps saying that. Cousin of mine said that. Extended, family said that. What are you talking about? Okay. God dang. You guys make this so complicated. Because if they're such murderers, well, why wasn't it like 1,000 people dead then? Why wasn't it 10 people dead? Why hasn't it really been that? They're not murderers. These people, and I'm gonna be honest, this is how I look at it. It's unhinged citizens. I'm a citizen. You're a citizen. I suppose. There are unhinged citizens, and there are unhinged ICE agents, and every damn body is all like emotional. There are so many different things that's going on, and you're not thinking properly. Folks don't know if they're coming or going and stuff. This is chaotic, and this is really why the tear gas, in my opinion, is necessary. Because I can tell you this much: when that Michael Brown situation happened, I was in St. Louis, and my eyes actually burned from the tear gas. That's how close I was to the Ferguson situation. But it was y'all, it was chaos. Now there were peaceful protests, but then there were some not so peaceful. The mom actually had to come on, which I'm gonna be honest. I feel like, might have caused an uproar. Okay. But I can't speak on that too much and stuff because I never had a son, daughter, taken away, you know what I'm saying, killed at the hands of the police officer, be it if it was self-defense or not. All I'm gonna say is this right here. When people are that upset and they're coming towards police officers, well, you just can't. I mean, what? I wouldn't want them to just start going shooting crazy. No. Okay, they're going to throw the tear gas, and then hopefully that's going to keep people at bay at a distance. But folks, you can clearly see in these videos, still coming up to the officers, still coming up to those ICE agents, and just not understanding that, hey, this is not a joke. A man did just die. Because in my opinion, you're coming here and you're trying to, I don't know, like, what, you're trying to prove a point? Why is everybody in the okay, let's be a hero? Why is that? Yeah, come on, people. ICE killed that man. Okay, listen. Yeah, ICE killed that man. ICE killed Renee Good. I'm not I be on a grind. I'm not sitting up here arguing with you with that. It's clear as day. But are we gonna forget the why? Are we just gonna overlook the why? Are we gonna overlook the why? Alex woke up, and what was on his mind? What was he thinking? I don't know. You're never gonna know. But why would you gotta ask yourself why would the ICE agent feel the need to just shoot this man? And if it's cold blood murder, well then why are they not just there was plenty of guys and stuff whatever walking back up and they're throwing the tear gas and all of that, and some of them actually pushing and shouting and even trying to spit at the ICE agents. They didn't get their heads blown off. They weren't shot. They didn't have a firearm. Okay, they didn't have a firearm. It's simple as day. People say, well, Renee Good didn't have a gun. She was in her car. That car was seen as a weapon. You guys, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. But the reason I couldn't go to sleep, I could not go to sleep without actually talking about this. And like I said, I promise you, I'm gonna read these comments. You're calling me a clown? Fuck out of here. What sane person would antagonize an armed federal agent during their job, especially while armed? I don't know. I'm telling you, I think mental health is something that we're witnessing now. We're witnessing what I can say, I'm looking at the videos and the hecklers and these allegedly some of these people who claiming to be peaceful protesters, they're blowing their whistles, but they're not. They see the man with the gun. You can clearly see this. You can clearly see, okay, the man is there or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I watched all the videos. I don't know what y'all watch. I watched all the videos. But nobody is telling him, okay, where is his family? Where are his friends? Okay, as far as the innocent citizens that are there, why are you telling this? Like, why aren't you trying to stop this man? From my perspective, from being slaughtered. Why? That's why I say I feel like there's mental like mental health, mental illnesses. This shit is real, you guys. This is dumb. This is dumb. This should never have happened. I keep saying this. This should never have happened with Renee. It should not happen. But I think people just they're so lost and they're so angry at Trump. Thank you so much, Ninja, for the makeup brushes. They're so angry at Trump. They're so angry at the president of the United States of America, and now people are, in my opinion, they're taking it out on the ICE agents. They're taking it out just on people who speak up like Charlie Kirk, Nicki Minaj. They're taking things out on people who stand up for something. And that's devastating. That's devastating. Go lick some more goose stepping boost trader. Okay, that's what I'm saying. See, we're not going to get anywhere. See, y'all just behind the keyboard and I'm exposing myself. Y'all just behind the keyboard and you want to just be nasty. I'm not doing a StreamYard. And like I said, I'm actually afraid to do a StreamYard because what people going to come on here and literally show me their genitalia, their damn asses and stuff. We're not going to get anywhere like that, you guys. They shot a limp body. Nitro, okay. I'm gonna say this. You better than me because I can't tell with all the videos. I can't tell really what is going on. I'm going by the precursor to all of this. Why would I have a firearm anyway? And you guys are gonna say, "Oh, the Second Amendment." I know the Second Amendment. I know I have the right. You have the right as a U.S. citizen to bear arms. I get that. I get that. But why would I bring this to a peaceful protest? Do I feel the need? Okay, well, the ICE agents are going to kill me. Why would they kill me? Why aren't there more fatalities and casualties and all this stuff? Why? I mean, seriously, like the guys in the he's one of the peaceful protesters. Ha 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 ha! Man, this is like I forgot the video game that he was saying, but it's like, you know, like he was like special ops or something like that or something. It's like, what are you like? Why are you making fun of this? I think some people, this is like comical for them. This is a joke. It's not a joke for me because this is something that needs to stop. This needs to stop. And it's not fair to really those federal agents. Okay, let's push them out of the state. Let's push them out of here. Let's push them out of here when they need to do their job. The police hasn't done it. Hell, even in my opinion, I feel like FBI haven't really tackled a lot of things. That's why you have all these missing cases, unsolved things. They're not doing their job. So ICE comes back in. Trump he enforces that, and look what has happened. There's progress. But why can't we just accept that? I need happy Terrence. I'm drunk on sad Terrence. T.Y. Williams, I can't be happy about this. I can't. I'm sorry. I apologize. You voted for this? I sure did. I voted for President Trump, not one, not two, but 3 times. And this man is making America great again. But this is the bad. This is it's the good with the bad. You guys, and I'm saying you, the left, are not allowing people to do their job. So now it's just chaos. It's absolute chaos. So you cared when they shot other people? What are you talking about? Yeah, peacefully, no hands. He didn't put his hands on anyone, you fool. He had a camera. Okay, Lord Jesus. The man had a firearm. I'm devastated about this. This is terrible. Um, 103 said, was Trump in office when you were protesting? Yes, he was in office. But also, I protested a few times. I really have. My right hand to God. He was in office when I protested back in Mississippi. And if I'm not mistaken, when that happened in Ferguson, Missouri, um, former President Barack Obama was in the White House. But when I protested in Mississippi, this did not reach. This wasn't like really national, international news. I feel like Michael Brown was more like national, international. Um, but definitely, um, former President Obama was in the White House at one point, and then also President Trump was in the White House. And we know President Trump. I want to be very clear. The first term was uh, 2017, I believe, and then we know it's 4 years, so 2021 that ended. Yeah, and then there you had former President Joe Biden and former Vice President Kamala Harris. Came into office and did their thing and stuff, and then now I respectfully welcome back President Trump back in the White House here in the year 2025. And this is his second year of the second term now, and the start of the start of the second year of his second term. And this is just what I'm seeing now is just like, I think we talk about perspective, and we talk about perception, we talk about the intent. I just think media is trying to make this all about Trump and force all that on him, and they're trying to create this story where, see, you guys, he's got to go, he's got to go, he's got to go. This is crazy. No, who has to go are these illegal immigrants. A camera. They disarm him, you fool. Yes, they disarm him. I'm aware that, for the most part, from what I can see, yes. But do you know? Do I know? Okay, what was going through their heads? Could he have potentially had another firearm? Could he have had another weapon? Okay, y'all can't tell me the man didn't have a weapon. Now, you got people in the chat saying he didn't have a weapon. It never came out. But then you're saying, okay, the firearm was taken away from him, which that's what I saw. If I'm not mistaken, the guy in the gray coat did, happen to, take his weapon. Did he have another one? I can tell you this much: even after the fact that guy took that gun, there was still a lot of wrestling, still a lot of movement. You have so many people in the background. You have all these ICE agents. You guys, I'm sorry, but these things are going to continue to happen if it can't truly be peaceful protesting. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's going to continue to happen if it legitimately cannot be peaceful protesting. Nothing was peaceful about this. There's already an agenda set into place, and a lot of people, especially we know in Minneapolis, hates Trump, hates what is happening. They feel is happening to their state within this country, and they're angry. Now, again, people have the right to be angry. People have the right to do this. People have the right to bear arms. People have the right to say what they want to say. But you can't tell me that bringing a firearm to a peaceful protest and then actually approaching people who are literally the ICE agents. I mean, you come on now, that doesn't make sense. In my opinion, that's like a suicide mission. I don't know why people want to do that. Why do we want to sit up here and play into this? Because okay, somebody was killed. I understand that. I would hope and pray that okay, I have not a huge channel and stuff here on this platform, but I would hope and pray that people really do come in. And I'm sorry, and I'm reading all the comments, but I would hope and pray that somebody is like, okay, you know what? I kind of see what Terrence is saying, and I'm a black man. I'm a true Trump supporter. I really do appreciate what he is doing for this country, and this man is not. He's not Hitler. He's not trying to sit up here and just come like, okay, oh, I just want to take over. I want to kill this. I want to do this. He's not doing that. He's not doing that. I really do think that people are just, some people, I think we see it, we seeing it like right now right now within our country, we're seeing the mental health, this crisis, because I have to chop it up to that because these things don't make sense. Would you go with a firearm and approach ICE agents or anybody? Like I'm saying, if you, in my opinion, especially when they're not approaching you, they're doing their job and they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're not just there for decoration, but yet and still, there's so much chaos. There's still chaos from what happened with Renee. There's still chaos for when they go and they ask anybody for, say ID or this and this and that. They're doing their job, you guys. By law, they can do that. What's the harm? What's the harm in them doing that? Let's stop creating these horrible situations. Let's stop doing that. Heat stream, get over it. Randy, thank you. Unhinged. I'm serious. There are unhinged. Some of you guys are unhinged. Some of those ICE agents are unhinged. And I feel like when you're unhinged and then you bring in so much emotion and then people, be it the citizens that's there in that state or anywhere in the country, or have firearms, which they are allowed to have. But then you also have the agents and stuff with firearms, with tear gas. I just feel like it's a combination. It's a combination, like it's a formula just for destruction. It really is. Thank you, Randy, for that 100. Randy is awesome. You calling me a loser? Okay. He had a SIP 320. You are sucking the jackboot of fascists, my guy. You are a bootlicker. Okay, thank you. You guys got ICE kicking down doors in Florida. Oh Lord Jesus, I'm gonna say this. Oh God. I think y'all missing a point. You're missing a point. I'm not afraid of ICE. I'm not afraid of MAGA. I'm not afraid of my president. I respect ICE agents. I respect my president. I respect the damn officer when I protested in Missouri, when I protested in Mississippi. I didn't go there with any ill intentions. I didn't wake up that morning and say, oh, I'm going to go there and I'm going to take revenge. You got people coming into my damn live streams telling me that so-and-so is my cousin, so-and-so is this, so-and-so is this, and we're going to get revenge. Well, good luck with getting the revenge. Because in my opinion, Renee and her wife should have never been in that situation. And this man here should have never been in this situation. I don't know what's going through people's head. That's why I'm saying I'm chopping things up to mental health. I'm not going to give them any. I know this is so different, but I was driving from last night. I was driving from the laundromat. I had walked around and stuff, and I'm going downtown. It's like what, close to 3 o'clock in the morning. Clubs are being let out, and there's police officers or whatnot. I'm doing like 39, and the speed limit is like 25. I'm almost doing 40. Cop does a U-turn And I said, "Oh Lord, he's gonna come. He gonna come and get me." I did slow down a little bit and stuff, whatever. But I mean, I at that very moment, I said, "Okay, I have to take accountability. I have to be responsible. I'm an adult. I know I was speeding. Something I don't know must have happened because he turned back around." And I was like, "Thank you, Jesus." But at the end of the day, that man would have came and stopped me. It would have been 210 on my damn, because I've been stopped before. I've been racially profiled. I've had, but then also I've been through, like, those police roadblocks or whatever. And license, registration, proof of registration, and proof of insurance. Here you go, officer. And it's never been a problem. It's never been a problem. Like, and I'm the black person. It's never been an issue. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that, okay, oh, you guys are gonna call me a sellout or a house nigga, or I'm a chump. I'm scared because I'm being compliant. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not playing into that peer pressure. I don't My mom and my dad raised me to follow the rules and to be respectful. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm not going to, yeah, you can protest. Yeah, you can speak. You can use your voice in so many different ways. You can literally go to a protest, but I just want peace. And what I am witnessing ain't nowhere near peace. The video show he didn't draw a gun. He is legally able to conceal and carry. No ICE in Hawaii. ICE is more diverse than the protesters. He had a gun, but it was in his jacket. He did not aim it or brandish it or anything. Did you watch all the videos? And on top of this, let me just say you this. How would they know that he even had a gun? You guys are not making sense of this. Now, I'm just gonna put it out there, because again, I'm being honest. I don't see everything, but we're not making sense of this. How do they know this guy, this innocent, protester, innocent, peaceful protester? How do they know that he even had a firearm on him? Um, Ninja said ICE killed an innocent man. Okay, thank you for the two. Thank you so much. That's your opinion, and we're gonna have to agree to disagree. When they tackled him, that's when they found it. Okay, Katie, why? Oh my gosh, Katie. Okay, we're not using our sense right now. Why would that many officers attack a man who has a phone on him when there's other people that have their phones and whistles out? This guy clearly showed his weapon and knew what he was wanting to do. Daniel, let me tell you, I have an open care. I have that myself. I'm not gonna go to a damn protest. If I got it like this, if it's in a holster, if it's in my pen, I'm not doing it, because I'm not going to give them any opportunity, any inclination to try to harm me. I don't understand that. That's a peaceful protest does not mean that I that should be the furthest thing from my mind. Her heartbeat said he had no business to do anything other than stand on the corner and scream to protest. I'm gonna tell you this much. Now, heartbeat. I'm gonna say this. When I protested, I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I had, you had the big posters and stuff, whatever. I got kind of close, you know what I'm saying? I kind of got close, but it was still peaceful. So I can see even you got watch the videos. I think that we're all clouded. Like I said, I know this is sad because again, somebody else has been killed. Somebody else has been shot, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is devastation. But okay, why do these things happen? Why do they continue to happen? And they're going to continue to happen because people are going to continue to try to take matters into their own hands. In spite of even their officials saying, "Hey, let us handle this. You guys protest peacefully," because there ain't nothing peaceful about these protests. They're not just okay. Let me just throw tear gas. They're screaming like animals. Even before any shots or anything and stuff, people are unhinged. And I'll be honest, I feel like if you have that mindset, maybe you need to, I don't know, protest and maybe sue somebody or whatever, or get some type of petition going or whatever and stuff, neighborhood, like have a meeting or whatever and stuff. Maybe you don't need to be physically there because you can't control your emotions. I mean, that's a deal too. But I really feel like I get what you're saying, Heartbeat, and I do agree with that, to a degree. But even if, say, like I said, even if he were to just kind of, okay, come up, he's yelling, he's approaching him and stuff, whatever. But if he just got a sign in his hand, if he's not, impeding, I can understand that. But this man had a firearm, clear as day, and how would they have known that? Again, videos are only going to show us so many things. Same with Renee. A lot of people they hear what they want to hear, they see what they want to see. That's how I look at it. Y'all can call me brainwashed, but clearly I'm not going to come for y'all, but I just think that common sense plays a factor into this too. The guy did have a gun on him. A lot of y'all saying he didn't have a gun. He had a phone. Well, then what? They just planted a fucking gun on him. The guy had a gun on him, y'all. Come on now. To be honest, we need to understand. Well, y'all don't need to do nothing. Terrence understands. I'm gonna speak for myself. I appreciate ICE for trying to get the situation under control to the best of their ability, because you don't know really what you would do in these circumstances, in these situations. And again, who knows? Does the man have another firearm? He's not. He won't stop resisting. I just don't know. So in order to, my deal is I wouldn't really. You're not going to be in that situation if you never presented yourself like that. If you never painted that picture from the beginning. Go there, protest peacefully, and go your ass home. I don't understand. Like I don't get. Or you ain't got to go home. I guess you could be out there by law. I guess you can protest 24 hours. Okay, do that. But okay, bringing a firearm and exposing this, I mean, that's not a smart move. No reason to take a gun to a protest rally. I'm going to say this, Randy, to a peaceful rally. Now, some people have taken guns. Some people have taken guns and bombs even, knives, because they had no damn good, they had no intentions. The intent was not to be peaceful. The intent was revenge. You have some people that want to get back. They're angry, they're upset. That's why I say that mental perspective falls into place. It's some people that are just unhinged and they're so upset. And I get it, I'd be upset if I feel like, okay, oh my gosh, people are killing innocent people or whatever the case may be. But who's innocent in this? It's devastating enough, but who's innocent? At the end of the day, y'all, I sound like a broken record because I'm saying this for the 19th time. This man should not have been in that situation, and neither should have Renee Good should not have been in that situation. I don't know why we want to sit up here and not just call it how it is. Like, stop it, y'all. Stop it, because this shit is I'm nauseous. I'm sick to my stomach because I don't want. This is somebody, obviously son, somebody lover, friend, whatever the case may be. I don't want to keep seeing this. I don't. I save lives for a fucking living. So you can call me a bootlegger all day long. I don't want to see this type of mess. And I think one way to solve it is no, not just say, okay, don't protest, but really peaceful protest. All this screaming and yelling and stuff, whatever. I mean, I get in a protest, I mean, I've been to them. But at the end of the day, it's like you don't the antagonizing mindset, the getting in people's face, even to the point where you're putting your hands on the agent, even if you don't have a firearm. Y'all, stop doing that. You're in their way, and legally they can and will protect themselves, and they should. I can feel my brain cells depleting. Okay, all right. Hunt, you need to believe your eyes. The whole country seen it. Sorry, but stop your warmth. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm not taking my gun to a potentially deadly situation. Is your take? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's my damn take. I'm not gonna sit up here, and even if I were to drive to a protest or whatever, which I did, God is my witness, I'm not gonna be. Let me just be in the middle of the damn traffic and stuff, whatever, and like it's a parade or something. I'm not doing that. And you guys can say, "Oh wow, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're ignorant." I'll be all of that, and I'll be fucking alive. The fuck. Daily carry folks take it everywhere. You think I don't understand this? I get it, but you guys. We know what was going on, okay? We know what was going on. This is just devastating. Katie said, "Hey, darling, I hear you. I'm here in good faith. I think we're just annoyed. But if I had any reason to think he'd brand, brandish his weapon before they took him down, I'd maybe agree with you." Okay, well, I appreciate you for your respectful comment. Melissa Brown said, "What happened to hands up, don't shoot? They had no problem stating that the last Sunday when they invaded a church. The protest is not peaceful, it's agitators. People are fucking pissed off. People are angry. People are upset. And to be honest, I wouldn't even go to that. I wouldn't even be in that vicinity around a protesting, a bunch of people who are protesting like that anyway. Because I'm telling you guys, I don't care. It ain't about the damn skin color. This is people upset, and clearly Minneapolis is like fucking irate. They're so angry with President Trump. They're so angry how things are going on. Forget like, okay, just say regular citizens. Not trying to say that state officials and the police and stuff are not regular, but I mean they're. Let me just say this: they're the first responders of that state, with it like that city within that state, and they're upset. They're angry, but that's honestly. If you have people coming on there talking like that, that actually doesn't help. In my opinion, I feel like they have to set the bar. They have to set the tone. I understand you want to be you want to come on and you want to be aggressive. You want to be abrasive. You want to get your point across. But I think, in a sense, I think that they are kind of. It's almost like it's ammo to the citizens. They're saying, "Oh, yeah, well, the police want them out. Well, okay, well, we good. Let's just go there with our guns. Let's do this." Let's go to this peaceful protest with a firearm because already no one wants you here. That's just, it doesn't make sense to me. I wouldn't put myself in that situation. I'm telling you guys, if these things, if people weren't putting themselves in this situation, we wouldn't be having these discussions. I'm just keeping it real. No, Torres said, I hope you find yourself in this guy's circumstances. He was ICU nurse, man, not a game banger. He was shielding a woman who was thrown to ground. Okay, I read the story on him and stuff, whatever. At the end of the day, I work in the healthcare field. Been in the healthcare field for 20 years. I'm a first assistant surgery. At the end of the day, I am not somebody who has protested a few times. I am not going to bring a firearm to a fucking peaceful protest. I'm not going to give any kind of inclination, any type of vibe that, hey, I got a firearm. Hey, look at me. Come try me out or whatever. No, I'm not doing it. And I'm not going to sit up here and be in my car and then proceed to go, but be way before then when they're like, hey, get out of here. And then it's like, okay, now you're still there. Get out of your car. Now you want to take off. And then you proceed to hit me when you take off. These things are justified. It's terrible, you guys. I get it. I know you're pissed off. I know you're upset because I see it this way. You see it this way. At the end of the day, why does it have to be? Why did it even have to escalate to this? Why did it have to get this far? I remember my mom and dad would say when my sisters and I we would tussle and whatever. Even with some of my cousins and stuff, my real cousins. All right, okay, a hard head to make a soft ass. You keep playing. You keep doing this. You keep doing this. You're going to fuck around and find out that, okay, well, damn, I should have set my ass down. I shouldn't have done these things. I don't know if this makes sense to people, but I'm just saying these are things that I learned from an early age. So we're not going to sit up here. I don't know if you believe in provocation or not. I'm somewhat of an influencer, so I don't know what you believe in, but I do think that people are agitators. People are, antagonizing and pressuring. And like I said, when you add so many emotions to that, it's just no one is thinking clearly. Like I said, I can barely hear things. You are looking at you're looking at multiple videos. You're trying to look at multiple angles and stuff, and all I know is it's just a bunch of chaos. Are some of these ICE agents thinking properly? No, I'm going to tell you this. They're not, because they're actually not trained for this amount of chaos. And I know some people say, well, they need to get out of there. No. This is when, in my opinion, the police of Minneapolis, okay, and which I've been there before, need to step in and say, hey, citizens, we got to come to some type of common ground, some type of peaceful median. Let these people do what they do so they can get the hell out. Why is it so complicated? Now you got a city that's filled with damn tear gas. Like this is what is happening. This is a mess. It's a mess. It's a big mess. And if you say that it's because of Trump, okay, in my opinion, I would have to say that you're trying to blame him because it's convenient. It's the easy thing to do. Trump didn't sit up here and throw tear gas. Trump didn't sit up here and shoot anybody. Okay, at the end of the day, these ICE agents are they're defending themselves, and to be honest, they are protecting the citizens in that community. But the citizens don't see it that way. They don't see it that way because I'm not trying to say everybody, but I just feel like a lot of people are unhinged. A lot of people aren't thinking properly, and I've seen it myself. I'm like, I went to the protest, with for Mike Brown and stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, some of these people losing their mind, and you can see it in their eyes. They're just they want revenge. They want to see blood from the police department. Don't matter what race they are. They're so angry, and I just feel like if you do have that in your heart, you might need to sit out. You might need to sit that out because we're not going to come to some type of common ground. Nothing's going to be resolved if you have that mindset. That's at the end of the day, nothing's going to be resolved because initially you shouldn't even been there. You shouldn't even came, in my opinion, to that protest with that because you knew it was a possibility, potentially. Okay, well, something can happen, and something did happen. You're assuming he took the gun to the protest and doesn't take the gun anywhere, doesn't take the gun everywhere. Okay. I get what you're saying. I mean, we could go down a rabbit hole. That man shouldn't have been there. I mean, that it clears that he shouldn't have been there, and I really in my heart I believe that you're trying to scare somebody. You're upset. You're angry. I mean, let's just face it. I mean, like these people, especially the people. When I say these people, just people, the citizens within. These are citizens. These people who are being shot and killed are not even illegal, immigrants. And that's why I'm like in my head. Okay, do you realize that's really the big picture here? You're protecting illegal immigrants because that's what they're there for, to get these people off the streets, to get these people out of our country. And it's just sad that these things are happening. Yeah, I guess I do need help. Thank you so much. Just want the regular process of accountability. Why can't we have that? Where am I allowed and not allowed to be in public in the United States? You're allowed to be everywhere. You're allowed to be everywhere. But why would? Okay, think about it. Okay, so you telling me that you're gonna go to a peaceful protest with your firearm, and then you're going to, let me just say this, even if you're not, let me just wave it in front of you, but you're going to expose it, and then you're going to get into the officer's face, and I'm going to, let me just say this, for lack of better words, I'm going to provoke. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Like, I really do think that this country is beautiful. The Constitution is beautiful, but I just think some people are just like off their rockers. It has to be. And I've witnessed this when I've gone to those protests. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Yo, he is, he's losing his mind, and kind of getting a little, aggressive and I mean, like, and it. I'm fearful because it's like I don't want no one to get hurt. I don't want no one to, because at the end of the day, until you in that situation, like, what if I resisted those officers when I was in Oklahoma City when they told me to get out of the car and then they searched me and all that stuff? Like, they, if it was profiling or whatever the case may be, which it ended up being that racial profiling, but I'm not okay. I know I don't have anything on me. I'm not going to sit up here and go back and forth. Like, I would pray to God that they didn't plant anything on me, because we've had those situations have happened and stuff, especially in Mississippi. But I'm just saying, like, okay, I'm not gonna give these people I'm not gonna give them the opportunity to make it seem like, okay, well, I'm doing something wrong or whatever. Oh, I'm resisting, or I'm gonna, no, I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to give some of these unhinged people, because I don't know who the hell is who is sane or who's not sane nowadays, but I'm just not going to give them that, to the best of my ability, that I'm not going to give them those opportunities. And I do think that some people, especially what's going on now in this country, they're giving people so much ample amount of opportunity to really, to do what we see that's going on. I mean, like, think about it. And I get it. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to say become a recluse, don't go anywhere, but no, you can protest things peacefully. Lord is my witness. I'm not gonna lie, no, y'all ain't gonna like this either. But I've done those protests, even outside of hospitals where I worked at, where it's like, okay, I'm definitely pro, like, life. Okay. I don't believe in abortion. I protested with that. Very peaceful. There was a guy on the megaphone and stuff, but he would use it periodically and stuff, whatever, but it wasn't something that was disruptive. I don't know where you guys are. I'm in the state of Florida. I've gone to 32 states. I've gone out of the country 3 times, but I can't tell you how many times I've gone to these countries. I've gone to these states, and I've worked in all of these states, with my profession. And I can't tell you how many times I've come across on a Saturday, or even sometimes obviously a Sunday, but sometimes he'll even do in a weekday, where there's like, oh my gosh, there's like people protesting in the park. There's women that sitting in the park, and they got like the Planned Parenthood type stuff. They have, you got people that's like different nationalities and stuff, whatever, and Muslims and stuff, whatever. They have the megaphone. They're, got the music playing. They're quoting scripture and saying these things and saying that. Like, but all those things are peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very peaceful. And I don't know why can't we have actual peaceful protest? I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it's going to exist, and I'm a guy who sees the glass half full, and I'm optimistic. But I do think already because of President Trump, so many people hate this man, no matter what the case may be. No matter what, he can send out the checks, he can send this out, he can send this out. People hate him so much. So anything that he's like kind of tied to or linked to or whatever, obviously, enforcing, ICE, they're gonna just say this is horrible, this is horrible, this is horrible. When well, we're not being congratulatory for the fact that he over 200,000 illegal immigrants. I mean, he's done so many great things, but we don't want to talk about those because that makes us look like we support him. So I think it boils down to it's like, you know what, people are just gonna continue to do what they do. Y'all, I'm tired of hopping up online, and I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not gonna stop talking about these things. This is a platform in which I'm able to talk about what I want to talk about respectfully. So I'm not calling y'all no damn names, unlike a lot of y'all in here calling me bozo and dumb and traitor and bootlicker and all the kind of names under the damn sun. I'm just simply saying, like, if you do, I know you're angry, you're upset, and this sometimes some of you guys probably know some people that have been in situations like this and stuff, but just use your mind. Use your mind and don't give these people an opportunity to do anything like this to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, because I honestly in my heart I do feel like, okay, these things are gonna continue to happen, but I do think some of them are, and I know people gonna say, well, they shouldn't be in their job if they're nervous, but some of them are maybe nervous for their lives, because it's like, man, I'm coming here, I'm doing my job, I'm doing what is asked of me and stuff, and people can't stand me. Because, I mean, we saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. That was totally out of like nowhere. Very, very, very horrible things are going on within this country. So people are just like, I mean, it's sad. Like, I thank God I have a co-worker. I mean, obviously, I work at the hospital and this. I don't do the whole politics things and stuff, but me and this guy started talking and stuff, whatever, and he is definitely, left. I'm right. He's liberal. I'm conservative, and we had a very, it was professionally heated. And he said some things, I said some things, but we didn't curse each other out. We never raised our voice, the tone. No one would even know that we were probably having a debate or even discussing anything political. But I can tell you this much: when we got that trauma case, that ceased, and our main focus was for that patient. And I think this is the problem. I just think people don't know how to turn that off. You know what I'm saying? Once they turn it on, they know how to turn it off. So a lot of people, not just not just in Minneapolis, I just feel like a lot of people around this country, they're so upset about the things that are going on. Like I said, because Trump, 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 Trump. They just so angry. They're so upset. And I mean, they tried to assassinate him, and so many people are like, oh, that was staged. So again, like, you're gonna have people that say all that mess anyway. But I just feel like at the end of the day, there are just so many people they're so hurt, they're so angry, they're so upset, and they don't know how to come up out of that. They don't know. I don't, and this may sound funny, I'll end this in a little minute, but I'm going to genuinely pray for our country. You guys are not going to convince me to become a Democrat. I just feel like, to be honest, I think that they've done a lot of harm, way more than the Republicans. But this isn't like a let me just point the finger type deal. I'm trying my best to be reasonable and understanding. I haven't blocked anybody and stuff, whatever. I know I talk a lot of stuff, but again, as we speak, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I see Randy. Thank you so much for saying hit the like button. But there, under you, Randy, there are 7 messages held for review. I'm gonna look at them. Because SC Carte said you would still be a slave if it was up to you. There you go, right there. So this is the deal. I want you guys to use your, use your freedom of speech. But what are we getting at? Like, I'm not a slave and you're not a fucking slave. Ain't nobody no goddamn slave no damn more. Stop that shit. You were never a damn slave. I was never a damn slave. Maybe our ancestors, okay? But I'm not a damn slave and you're not a slave. This is ridiculous. We on the damn internet. I'm in a fucking condo. You probably in something even nicer than I'm in. And I know I'm in a nice ass condo. I almost paid $3,000 a goddamn month for this goddamn freaking thing. And nobody's a damn slave. Okay? Nobody's a slave. I don't know where you are, but maybe you cold as hell. Where I'm at is like 78 degrees. At the end of the day, stop this because that is exactly what people want to happen. They all these live streams, be it my small channel, you go to somebody who has 5 million. Once they say something that you don't agree with, you're just gonna go in attacking them. And I think that's what's happening at protest, which should be considered peaceful. Let's get the point across. The point across. Let me just say, at the end of the day, it does not mean getting my point across doesn't mean okay. Let me bring my firearm to a peaceful protest. Let me show this. Let me show them this. And okay, nothing's supposed to happen. That doesn't make sense. Rosa, I don't know how to turn my mouth off. I don't, and I'm gonna continue to talk. At the end of the day, if you don't like it, you don't have to be in here, okay? Do you believe in Jesus? Absolutely. These protests are not speaking out on anything. I think I've been blocked. Anyone see my comments? You're not blocked. No one has been blocked tonight, at least. I don't think you should pick sides. The government is not sports. It's US versus them. Okay, and that's your opinion. Okay, I am everything Republican. All right, I hate both parties equally, and that's fine that you say that. I think that's just fine. I would hope that if you do protest or if you do go to some of those, that you don't bring a firearm and then show it and then expect nothing to happen. You're not blocked, Lion. Do you believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Shut up, dumb dumb. Thank you so much, Rosa Parks. I appreciate you. Cheering for political parties and saying they do not care about you. It's good versus evil. Okay, no worries at all. It's a free country. Don't agree with you, but respect you as fellow Americans. Okay, I absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's like one of the most respectful damn comments. You know, I've gotten some and stuff, but thank you for being respectful. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to agree to disagree. Like, it's okay. Everyone has an option. Just respect others. Exactly, Randy. I don't understand, like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't, and I'm not. I probably don't. I'm not supposed to. I'm probably not supposed to understand. I'm trying to like just understand it so much, but I don't. I don't understand why am I hated because I'm a black man who voted for President Trump. Why am I hated? Okay, I've been called a grifter. Oh, I'm making money. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like, huh? Like this is my platform. I've been on YouTube what 5 years, going on 6 years. At the end of the day, I have every right to speak on things I want to speak on. You have every right to just get on out of here. You don't have to give me a thumbs up. I don't even get that many anyway when I speak about these things because people can't stand the fact that I actually support this man. I believe in what he believes in. And is he perfect? No. Like I said, these ICE agents aren't perfect. Like I just think that they probably are giving it to just, not just anybody, but I just think some of these people are unhinged. So there probably needs to be, vetting them more and more and more. That's just like people in the healthcare field. Some people do not belong in the healthcare field. I know y'all will come here and say I don't belong, but I do right by patients. I do right by people. I care. I'm able to turn off anything political or whatever the case may be. Some people are not. At the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong, and I'm not going to pretend to impede or obstruct the law, do anything to even look like I'm trying to cause harm or anything malicious. Like that's just not me. If you say that I'm being a pushover or if I'm I'm a scaredy cat, I'll be all of that. Like I said, I'll be all of that in a live. I'm not going to put myself in that situation. Is it illegal to have a gun at a protest? It is illegal to have a gun at a protest. It's a felony. I'm gonna tell you this much, Gander. To be honest, I just don't understand the reason why you would bring a gun to a protest. But if I'm really thinking about this, and as far as our Constitution, why couldn't you bring a firearm to a protest? Okay. Well, I don't unless. I don't know who's over certain protests. I know for a fact who was over our protest and in Mississippi, and there was no signage. There was nothing informed like, hey, don't bring a firearm, don't do this. It's people do that all the time. Like now, if I'm at my job, it is up there clear as day, splatter all around the hospital. No firearms, no smoking, none of that. None of that. You can't come on the premises selling shit, doing this. You can't do that. So you have to abide by their laws, their procedures, and their rules and regulations. But I don't see the harm in that. I just don't see the need for that. Like I'm just, and then on top of that, like if I do have a gun, you ain't gonna fucking know. So how did they know? This man obviously, I'm telling you guys, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. At the end of the day, this man had a firearm. Okay, and in my opinion, okay, would he have harmed somebody innocent, be it another innocent, protester or whatever? Anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. At the end of the day, people, oh, he a nurse, he this, he's kind, he this. Okay, well then why come to that? Why be in that situation? I don't get it. I don't understand. And you're talking to somebody who y'all don't know me, I don't know you, but my right-handed guy, I have no reason to lie. I have protested a few times. I have. I'm very passionate. Clearly, Rosa like I don't shut the hell up because I'm passionate about what I believe in. But I do things. I would like to think that I do things carefully and consciously. Like I'm not going to sit up here. Some people, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe who knows? Some of them ICE agents. I see the comments. They probably been waiting all their life. Maybe some of them bullied. Maybe some of them were bullied. Lord knows I was bullied throughout my entire my school years. Hurt people, but I'm telling you, I'm somebody, Lord is my witness, I'm a hurt person that's trying to heal people. Like I could never, ever, I don't ever want to hurt nobody. I don't want to harm anybody. I don't. Like you might think that this is a joke or, oh, I'm playing the victim, I'm doing this. Like, no, this is not just for, like, I am sick. Like I'm sick to my stomach. Like when I look at these things, like I'm devastated because how do we come up like above this? How do we come together as a nation? How do we stop this? I think, to be honest, you guys, I think it starts with, I don't care if you have Republican, you have Democrat in that White House, respect people. We have lost respect for one another. We have lost respect. And I think that's the biggest thing. It may sound cliche, funny, or whatever, cheesy, but we've lost respect for each other because, like, all of us are human beings. Even there are, you guys, people don't want to show this, but there were a lot. It's over 200,000 illegal immigrants that were detained and deported and everything and stuff. But you guys, these were peaceful things. Peaceful. These people weren't killed. They weren't attacked. But every time, like, okay, it seems like it's so much more because media wants to pick that. They want to make sure they show this. They put these videos out to cloud your judgment. But I just think that some people just are not thinking 100% because if it's just that bad, well, then why isn't it more people killed? Why isn't it, okay, why wouldn't Trump stop this? It's not what it is, you guys. It's not. And I just think that, I don't know. Yes, I'm a content creator through and through, but I don't know if somebody says, okay, y'all, everybody get off the internet. If it's going to help people a whole lot, I'm down for it. I just don't know how do you come to that understanding. And thank you so much for the gift. Thank you for that gift. I appreciate that. How do you come? Thank you, Gander, in flight for the 100. How do you come to some type of happy median for lack of better description and words? How do you come to some type of common ground about this? This is horrible. It's frightening. Because like I said, I've been to that state. I worked in New Ulm, Minnesota, which was not crazy far from Minneapolis. And this is really, really horrible. This is sad. This is so sad. I don't know. It breaks my heart. It does. This guy needs to read the chat and not ramble. He needs to learn. Okay, so I need to read the chat and not ramble when I know for a fact a lot of these comments are held for review and people are coming here and being derogatory. The protester never brandished the firearm. It's genuinely irritating me that you're ignoring the facts. He never took it out or reached. The video show he didn't attempt to shoot them. He had the gun on him. Okay, that's what I'm saying. He had a gun on him. Okay, and we don't know what happened before then, and then even when you look at the video and stuff, a lot of things are not clear. Even when ex-military, they broke it down bit by bit, it's not entirely clear. We do not know. What I'm trying to put out, as I did with Renee, like I said, you're gonna have to, I don't want you to hate me, but you just probably ain't gonna like what I gotta say. I would not be my ass there with that. Like, how do they just single this man out and just start attacking him? What happened? We don't want to know the truth, is what in my opinion, what it boils down to. No one is making you listen. Absolutely. Who is putting the videos out? Witnesses? Katie, that's a good question. I'm gonna tell you this much. Um, Somebody out there saying with Renee Good knows exactly what has happened. Okay, a lot of people probably does, and it's not really being shown. And they want to show you. They want to show things in a light where we already know what it is. Let's attack ICE. This is a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. These federal ICE say this is horrible. So let's attack them because you know what? It all goes back to President Trump. And you know they tried to assassinate him, which, oh, that was a stage, which is so strange. I mean, that's clearly real blood. This man really, really was involved in this. And why would this be all for show? Like, I think folks probably watch too much TV. I don't know. I got TVs all through the condo. I don't watch TV. I don't know. I can tell you this much. Ever since Nancy Grace kind of got off the air, I know she has her podcast and that, but I do listen to that. But I really don't look at too much. I don't look at too much because I need people who are and I don't know if y'all know Nancy Grace, but Nancy Grace was like is and still is that woman say what the fuck on her damn mind. Now it can be something where I disagree. It can be something where I agree. She say what's on her damn mind, and it's not. You know, it ain't. It's controversial. It's in your face. It's gonna have you like scratching your head, like damn, like she is just absolutely rude. She mean no, she's real. So when you real recognize real. So a lot of times people think like I'm telling you right now, I'm being real to the best of my ability, but people see that as being rude. They see as me like, oh wow, he's not budging, he ain't even reading the comments, which I do skim over the comments. At the end of the day, I know for a fact like y'all, the majority of y'all don't, you're not in agreement with me, and that just don't mean like let me just ignore you. But what are we gonna do? I'm not gonna change my mindset. You're not gonna change yours. So why would you still be here? And then if I'm not going to conform to what you think or your process, I'm going to respect you. And there's some people here that have respected me. I appreciate that. But if you're not going to respect me, and then I'm going to be like, okay, whatever to your comments, well then why? What's the point? What's the point? Like I think some people want to just argue too. They want to argue. They want to fight. People are angry. They're upset. So again, it goes back to mental health. It goes back to just being 100 within yourself, using your common sense. Y'all, this is in my opinion, I mean, I just think this is like this is like we're at war with ourselves. And I don't understand why would we be at war with ourselves? Is it because of so much the hate people have for President Trump? Because every chance people get, like especially when they come to my live streams, oh he's a rapist, he's a fascist, he's a rapist, he's a child, he's a pedophile, he's this, he's that. Like, I don't know. Like it's getting to the point where it's just like, I mean this is inhumane. I mean this does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I'm really like, I'm not losing my mind. Do I have a headache? Yeah. It has that made did that make me sick? Yeah, because that's these are people. These are real people who are losing their lives, and I just feel like at the end of the day, can make better decisions and should have made better decisions. I don't know, y'all. It ain't the news. It's people putting the videos out. We can start by agreeing that this needs to be investigated. Andy, absolutely, Andy, absolutely. I promise to God, investigate Renee Good. Investigate. I'm not saying investigate here. I'm just saying investigate that situation. Investigate this situation with this Alex guy. Investigate. Like, I need to know, like, okay, well, what are the things that happened way beforehand? But I'm gonna tell you this much: it needs to be something. It needs to be something like genuine and real. Like, because at the end of the day, what if it does get to the point where, which right now it is, officials are like, hey, this man did this, he did this. But if it's not, can we just say this? If it's not something, can I just say this? But I'm just keeping it real. If it's not to, I'm just not saying just you, but if it's not to like the American people liking, aren't people going to be upset though? Like, they're still going to find a way to flip it where it's like President Trump is at fault. And that's just from what I've seen countless times of what's been going on. Everything is President Trump's fault. Everything is President Trump's fault. I mean, we talked about these Epstein files. Oh, because there's so much redacted. Oh, yeah, President Trump. And it's like, okay, y'all giving this goddamn man too much credit. Like, y'all give the devil too much credit. The devil watching. The devil sitting back like, these damn hooligans, like, I'm over here causing damn chaos. I ain't even on what y'all on, but I'm getting blamed for it. Stop doing that. I must say, when you had said that it ain't the news, it's people putting the videos out, but in a sense, it is media. And we all know with Facebook, lives or whatever, Instagram, TikTok, all these lives and stuff, if government wanted to shut it down, government will shut it down. If certain officials want to shut it down, they'll shut it down. Why don't they shut this stuff down? Because the narrative is, look, guys, this is what they're trying to build a narrative. Look, this is what you voted for. Like, people in the chat have said, you voted for this. I didn't vote for people to allegedly go to peaceful protests, okay, and obstruct the law. And then, okay, somebody gets killed or somebody gets shot at or somebody gets tear gas in their face. I don't want those things to happen. But if you're making bad decisions, well, then those type of things can potentially happen. That's just common sense. So stop trying to make it like President Trump is so damn awful. Because, like, again, I'm not going to sit up here. At the end of the day, you're innocent until proven guilty within our Constitution. And I'm not going to sit up here and go back and forth with people who already got their minds made up. I will continue to pray. I hope and pray for better days. I hope we can just, like I said, come to some type of agreement. I'm with you. Investigate, and also, like I said, I know for a fact some of these ICE agents, some of these people, they don't have the proper training. Okay. And I feel like they really should be in that situation without the proper training. And that's just like a new cop on the damn field and stuff, whatever. I feel like they need, I don't know, watching Training Day, probably a badass like Denzel, which he was bad. But I'm just saying, like, somebody who really has been on the job for quite some time and really are fair individuals and not some unhinged, pissed off people or easily triggered. I don't know what triggers people. I don't know. I know that I'm not easily triggered. From all the things that I've gone through, I know that I can deal with a lot, and I thank God for my mindset. And Lord knows I have to be able to deal with a lot, especially working in a trauma facility. I have to know how to, the critical thinking and, like, just make, decisions to the best of my ability that could potentially, just impact the lives of others and stuff. So I try my best to do that. I'm a work, like everybody's a work in progress. No one's perfect, but this is crazy. If we sit back and we really look at this, this is crazy if we're thinking that, okay, ICE agents that are supported by, the government they're just going door to door and just shooting people, killing people. Like literally just busting people doors in and just killing people. Like, huh? That don't even make sense. What about January 6th protesters with guns? Do you think they deserve this kind of treatment? Regardless of different opinion. I agree, Randy. He probably didn't plan on that shit happening. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that it's fucking horrible. It's horrible. You think I'm sitting like I save lives for a living? Like it's horrible. It's horrible. But I just wouldn't want to put myself in that situation, and I'm never going to do that. And would I protest to this day? Hell yeah, I protest. If it's something that I feel like I can, first and foremost, if I ain't got to work, okay, because I work my ass off, all right. But if I feel the need to do it and stuff, and I know that this is a peaceful protest, and that's also the deal. Like it's some people that, again, this man actually put other people's life in jeopardy. Because y'all know damn well these shots get out, and like my mom would always say, a bullet ain't got no damn, they ain't got no damn name on it, no eyes. You don't know. And so at the end of the day, like, why would I even want to put people in that position? But again, I'm gonna digress. This is not me trying to bully people who are now deceased. All I'm saying is it's sad what is going on in this country. It is sad. You said I'll never take the time to learn. Okay, sounds like we need an investigation. The force was proportionately done, even from angles. Are you ignoring it even with the firearm gone? I'm gonna say this. Like, can you say that you've seen everything? Can you say that you can clearly see everything just with the videos? Like I said, I've watched all to my. I feel like we're gonna get some more things out there. I'm just saying. I think we will. But I've watched all of them. Like I said, even with Renee, I've watched everything and stuff. What I'm trying to say is, yes, I know it looked as though like it is. It's a lot of ICE agents ganging up on this man, but this man, in my opinion, is resisting. And I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but I wouldn't be my ass there any fucking way. If I'm unhinged, if I'm angry, if I'm upset, if I know I'm not gonna do anything peacefully, with a whistle, a firearm, or a poster, I'm not going to be in the vicinity of any damn ICE agent, any police officer, anybody of the damn court, like law, whatever the case may be, because I don't want nothing to pop off. So if I'm just being honest and stuff, I wouldn't put myself in that situation. Because I don't want to find these things out, but also I don't want to be the actual protester who is peacefully doing things. And then I'm guilty by association, or I'm shot. That's happened many times too. You guys aren't bringing that up. It's happened where people are actually causing harm to others and stuff. When I say people, I'm talking about the angry protesters, the protesters that are just like they got emotions are inevitable, especially when you're protesting. But you got to learn how to turn it off in a sense. You have to. Because I don't think anything good comes from that. You could call it blaming the victim. I just say accountability. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up here and put dirt on anybody's name and stuff. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't put myself in that situation. And I've said it, and I'm going to stand by it as well as with Renee. I'm going to stand by it. I know folks don't like it. I have some of my own family members don't like the fact that I think that way. But again, these people, and I'm going to be honest, these folks are not accountable. These are some of the people who still owe student damn loans, who don't pay their damn bills, who think, oh man, my light bill, I got lights on in the house, man, my light bill $200, I ain't gonna pay that shit. Well, turn the damn lights off. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like this is what it is. I just think it's a sense of entitlement within this country that is becoming like, I mean, it's like it's worse than cancer. It's worse than cancer. It's like It is worse than cancer. It's worse than a freaking a forest fire or whatever on the West Coast with winds up to 100 degrees per mile. Like 100 winds up to 100 miles per hour. Like it's horrible. You're in 100 degree weather. A fire breaks out and you got 100 miles per hour winds. That's how terrible I think that some of the mindsets are within this country. It's just like folks just don't understand like when to stop. Just stop. And I think that could have all these things could have, in my opinion, turned out so much better. But then also, would the people feel like, man, I was punked. I let them, I let them get me. I was submissive to them. I know I've read some comments. I'm not gonna submit. I'm not gonna be submissive to any body who ain't gonna who covering their face, who doing this. I mean, y'all, you gotta stop this mess. Like, it, I don't like. Okay, do I agree? Okay, listen. I said it before. They should uncover their face. I say they do need a proper like. I have to wear proper, scrubs and things, to be recognizable in a name badge at my job. I think they should as well. These are things that, okay, like I said, y'all, I'm not in agreement with everything from the Republican standpoint. I do agree as a Republican with the majority, but there are some things I disagree with. I want to find. I want to see that. I want to see that. Come to fruition. I want to see those things. I want to manifest it. So maybe that could help. But okay, would it help? No. Okay, they showing that. Okay, they show their face. They're showing that they're ICE agents. People still are going to be so combative now, especially the things that have happened because they're linked to President Trump. I don't care what. I just feel like some people just can't stand that man, and no matter what he does, people gonna have something to say. Stage assassination. I knew that was going to come up. Yes, you said ISIS too violent. I think some of them are overly aggressive. Yes, I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to disagree with certain things with that. But why is that the case? Like I said, we need to probably do some better vetting and also look at what's happening. Like I said, when they were leaving peacefully, their cars were kicked. You have, restaurants not wanting to serve them. You have hotels that don't want them to stay, and it's just like, at the end of the day, these guys are not, people say, oh, terrorists. They're not terrorists. They're American citizens. That just doesn't make sense. So I'm a terrorist, but I'm going to sit up here and I'm trying to detain an illegal immigrant. You guys, we are really looking like a fool with some of these other countries. I really do think that they're laughing at us. Good question. Did Ashley Babbitt deserve her fate given her choice in that situation? You are missing the point entirely. This man was killed simply for exercising his rights. Okay. Right to refuse service. Okay, so was this guy a terrorist? Because that's what Trump says. Okay, I'm gonna say this right here, right now. We're just gonna have to disagree. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. I'm not gonna go. I'm not because again I do these live streams. We go down a rabbit hole. Y'all listen. Just be compliant. Be compliant. Please stay safe. When you are asked to do something, do it. If you're going to a protest, don't bring a damn firearm. Okay, like I'm just keeping it real. Don't bring a firearm, and also, firearm or not. Like if you're in a car and stuff, get the fuck out the way. Like, I mean, these things are so simple. Like, I'm not trying to sit up here and just dumb it down, but I feel like sometimes I just kind of have to just kind of get a little bit crazier because it's like I feel like folks don't understand what I'm saying. I am nobody special, and I know you guys are like, shut the hell up. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is I'm not going to put myself in those situations, and especially if I know there's 1,000 emotions going around. Folks don't like Trump as it is. They can't stand ICE. We clearly see people at the sight of an agent. They are irate. They're angry. Get out. Get out. We don't want you here. Hell, the police. They're doing all these damn meetings and now everybody want to talk. You want to talk now. Now you're just up in the spotlight, but you ain't talking about, okay, this person been missing for this many years. This woman in jail illegally. Or this woman in jail, they ain't even doing anything. This man is really free. This dude doing this. You ain't really talking about those things. But now you want to sit up here and shift everything onto President Trump and now obviously ICE. It baffles me. And again, like I said, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Terrence is dodging the good questions in the chat, like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. Okay, whatever you say. I have a gun in my car at all times. Should I be shot when I pull over? I could have been pulled over last night. I have a gun in my car. Okay, have a gun in both my cars. And I'm looking for a third one. I'm gonna get this goddamn Cadillac sedan. Anyway, as my dad and my mom, when she was alive, my mom couldn't stand guns. She despised it. But my dad, he had several guns and stuff. A lot of my family members, carry and stuff, whatever. I'm in the state of, I'm from Mississippi. I do have my license and all that stuff to carry, but at the end of the day, I'm in Florida. Y'all already know Florida. Well, since 2023, you don't need a license to carry. You can just go and buy a gun and have it on you. But you better bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna have 2 fucking hands on the steering wheel, 10 fingers. Okay, and I'm going to tell that officer I have a firearm on me. I've done this. I've been in this situation many, many times. Like, as a black man, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, and I didn't have to have, you should see my damn license. I look crazy on my damn license. I don't have to have a name badge. I ain't got to have, I got 4 degrees and a certificate across my head or put on, the sharpest clothes. Yes, I drive nice cars, but still, at the end of the day, my point is, yeah, you can, by law, you can have that. And a lot of people do. Y'all, these people aren't getting, people just aren't getting shot. It has happened, but I do feel like, okay, a lot of those are hate crimes. We're talking about simply being stopped. Tell the officer what you need to tell the officer what you have, and make sure that, okay, yeah, you don't give them any, like I said, inclination or any type of, don't give them that, because how my dad would say it is, be the fuck quiet, be the fuck still, and just, even when they kind of be sarcastic, because some of them do have an aggressive attitude and a demeanor, even from some of the women or the men, black, white, whatever. Hell, some of those officers have pulled me over, especially I haven't been pulled over here in Florida, in this part of Florida, but I have in Tampa. But all I'm saying is, okay, I'm gonna do what I need to do, what I'm supposed to do, and there's no harm, because this is the law. There's no harm in having a gun on you. Okay, I think it's important to have one. I'm just saying, we're trying to go down a rabbit hole. This isn't the same as going to a protest, and there's ICE agents of just there and armed and all this, and let me go there and let me show this and let me give the indication that, okay, well, I'm going to probably cause harm. I think that's crazy. That's silly, right? But yeah, you let the officers know, this. I get the point. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm just gonna be compliant. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm gonna be compliant. Cross, you said name one thing Trump has done for anyone other than himself. I say first term, which he's done a lot in this damn term. He done a lot within 100 days in his second term back into the White House, but first time he was in there, Criminal Reform Act. You do your due diligence. You go check it out. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. You're going to be like, whatever. But I can tell you this much. He did a lot for black and brown people. A lot for black and brown people. People are now, black, white, green, purple, orange. Y'all call him orange, which he was really orange years ago. He ain't as orange now. And I'm just being 100. Hell, he did. There was too many goddamn tans, obviously, he got the memo. He lightened it up on that. But my point is, this man literally, in my opinion, okay, and it is fact. I mean, he literally, he looked into this act and said, wait a second, black people are given these crazy, all this crazy jail time for selling drugs. first time offense, this and that. I mean, you know, without the possibility of parole, 20 years of life, all this nonsense. And it's like people that are killing people, like doing 10, 15 years and getting out, and even probably less than that, getting these crazy, awesome plea deals. President Trump changed that. My right hand to God, look it up. If that ain't something to be proud of, I don't know. But there are so many other things and factors. Again, you just said name one. Okay, there's so many other factors, but it's here. I look at it like this: what do you really want? Like, really, what do you want me to say? Because at the end of the day, I can say 10 things, I can say 20 things, but you're still probably gonna dislike this man. I don't even know. Maybe you have hate for him. I hope you don't. I don't hate nobody, nothing. I don't hate the goddamn the rat when I was in my college and didn't have no money barely. And that damn rat that was in that dorm room got into my damn light bread. My middle sister Joseph, she laughed her ass off, and my mom got so upset. But I didn't hate that damn rat. That rat hell had to do what he had to do to survive. I don't. At the end of the day, y'all may think that I'm joking, but I'm probably the one of the most chill. Like, I try to be chill. I try to be understanding about things and stuff, but I'm not. I'm tired of going down like a rabbit hole. And I think that a good judge of character and stuff, and I know for a fact, like, everybody ain't seeing the full picture here, with this whole ICE and the federal agents and President Trump, but people don't want to see the full picture. You want to look at a picture like I'm looking at this painting that I have in my living room. You want this to be this so bad. You want this man to be so terrible. So all the things that he has been accused of and everything that you're hearing in the media. So you want this to come, like, you want to have like a R. Kelly, a Bill Cosby, Matt Laurie, or a P. Diddy moment. You guys, come on now. Everybody is not like, okay, everybody has done something wrong. Everybody has a past, but the president of the United States of America, in my opinion, is the best president that we've ever had. I thank God for him. I pray for him, especially in times like right now, because this is just horrendous. But at the same time, this man is not going around trying to harm people. He is trying to make America great again. Step back and let's just respect our country if we can't do nothing else, and let people do their job. They are coming for me next. Okay, bring them on. All right. Um, wow, you are well programmed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, whatever. Again, thank you guys for coming in. I will do more, live streams about this, and I'm sure we'll be seeing some different things popping up. I do appreciate y'all so much for coming in. Even if we probably will probably never see eye to eye. I don't hate you. Hope you don't hate me. If you happen to come to the hospital, and hey, you obviously probably recognize me. I wouldn't recognize you, right? Because I don't see you in my power. Sorry, it's refreshing. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that you're okay. I'm not some evil villain. I don't hate Democrats. I pray to God they don't hate me. At the end of the day, people want you to conform to their beliefs. They demand answers. They demand this. They demand this. I say go pray to your God, okay? Because I know the God I serve, and He is the only one that I'm going to answer to at the end of the day. I do appreciate y'all coming in here. I hope and pray you guys are well, that you're safe, and stay warm out there. All right. God bless you all. Thank you so much, Donna. God bless you, and I will talk to y'all later. All right. Have a blessed one. Be safe.